Hello, Wredling parents. This is Tim Leversky, the principal of Wredling Middle School. I'd like to talk to you a little bit today about developing a charter. A charter really is something that allows us to guide our behaviors. It's something that helps us really understand how we want to act and how we want to feel in a particularly setting. So there's all sorts of charters all over the place, from different businesses and organizations to schools. And I want to share with you what we've done here at Wredling. Just so you know, this has been an outcome of our work with Yale University and their Ruler program, which is a social emotional learning program. So here is what we have done. Last year, we actually created a staff charter, and as you can see here, what we talked about was how we want to feel: safe, supported, valued, respected, both personally and professionally. Here's what I will do in order to get that. I will respect my colleagues by keeping an open mind, building connections, and valuing the contributions of others. And then, how will I do to solve problems? I will manage conflict by engaging and listening empathetically, communicating calmly and respectfully while working towards solutions. So pretty simple. So then this year, we worked with our students to create a student charter. So as a member of the Wredling community, we want everyone to feel safe or cared about, challenged, comfortable, happy, respected, safe, and welcomed. In order to have these feelings consistently, I will be kind, helpful, respectful, honest, positive, inclusive, and a listener. We will watch out for one another. I will manage conflict by calming myself down, being flexible, reaching out to an adult when I need help, staying away from drama, standing up for what is right, and communicating to problem solve. So this is what the kids agreed that they would do as part of our charter. So when we do have discipline, or when we do work with kids on problem solving, we bring up our charter and we talk about, how did you do with this? Sometimes the answer is not so great. Sometimes the answer is, I did great. So I want to teach you a little bit about the family charter, and have you hear directly from Yale University about what they view the family charter purposes and how it can work for them and you in your house.
The family charter is a written agreement that a family creates together and everybody signs it. And the goal of the family charter is to think about what kinds of emotions and behaviors will create the kind of emotional climate that you'd like to have in your home. So it's really quite a simple document that consists of 3 questions, but it's very engaging because you're asking people about how they want to feel. That's very different from what are the house rules, which are sort of more external, whereas this is, well, how I want to feel. So right away, everybody is invested in it. So the 3 questions are this: how do we want to feel as a family? And everybody talks about the kinds of feelings that they'd most like to have. So it might be, I want to feel valued, respected, loved, appreciated. Once everybody's decided on those, the next question is, what kinds of behaviors do we need to have to consistently feel these kinds of feelings? So that takes some time to be very specific about what kinds of behaviors are most likely to bring about the desired feelings in the family. And then the third question is, when the conflict arises or when somebody breaks the charter, how do we agree to resolve that? And so after much discussion, the family together writes these things down. They can create something very beautiful that they post, and then they need to use it. They've got to refer to it so that it's really alive and it's really a part of the family life. And if used in that way, it can be powerful.
So you can see there a great example of how the family charter could be used in your family. Attached to the email I'm going to send you is a copy of the family charter. So this is an example that you can do right here, and it has some samples up there, and then it has a blank charter for you to do as a family. Just so you know, I did this with my family over the winter break. My high school junior son and my freshman in college daughter were bickering and fighting, and my wife and I were getting more and more frustrated, and so we sat down at the table and wrote a family charter. And all break and still continuing, we refer back to that charter. So when the kids start to bicker or fight, or when we are getting frustrated, we go back to that family charter and talk about what is it we want to feel, how are we going to act to show that, and then when we have conflict, what are we going to do? So the charter is a great way to let people know how to act, how to feel, and what we can expect from each other. I hope it's something you find valuable as we have here at Wredling.